Once upon a time, a man named Anthony with his wife shifted to a house in a new neighborhood. The house was good. But there was one problem that troubled him: the neighborhood boys. They played in the street outside. And they made such a lot of noise that he found it difficult to work or to rest. He was new, so he did not wish to quarrel. He didn't know how could he deal with these boys. One evening, as the boys were playing loudly outside, Anthony's wife, Sarah, was in the kitchen making tea. The loud shouts and laughter seeped through the windows. The noise was so loud she could barely focus. She walked over to Anthony, who was sitting on the chair.
"Anthony, this noise is unbearable. I can't even think in the kitchen,"
she complained. Anthony smiled calmly.
"Don't worry. You will soon have all the peace and quiet you need."
She looked at him, puzzled, but trusted him to handle it. The next day, Anthony sat in the porch and rubbing his forehead. As the boys' noisy game echoed through the street, he sighed and thought to himself,
"What do I do to get some peace around here? We can't work, we can't rest. There must be a way to quiet them down without causing trouble."
He looked out at the boys laughing and running. Suddenly, a smile crept onto his face, as an idea popped into his mind.
"Ah, I know what to do,"
he muttered to himself. The next day, he had a plan ready. When the boys came to play, he went out to meet them.
"Hello, boys.
He greeted them.
I am Anthony. I see you playing here, and I am reminded of my childhood days. You must always play here. I will give you $10 every week."
The boys looked at one another. $10. $10 for playing. So, they played, and at the end of the week, Anthony gave them $10. As Anthony handed the boys their money, Sarah stood in the doorway, watching in disbelief.
"Anthony, have you lost your mind? You are paying them to make even more noise?"
she asked, raising her eyebrows. Anthony smiled, calm as ever.
"Trust me. Just wait and see what I do."
She shook her head.
"You are unbelievable,"
Anthony said.
"Patience, my dear. You will thank me soon enough."
After the second week, the boys came to collect the money. Anthony looked a little embarrassed and said he had only $7. So, they took that and came back to play the next week. Then they came to claim their money. This time, Anthony looked even more awkward.
"My master has not paid me my wages." I can only give you $5 now.
he said sadly. The boys were disappointed, but they took the money and went off. But at the end of the 4th week, they found Anthony looking miserable.
Now what, sir?
They asked.
You know, boys, I can only give you $2 a week, not more. I am in a terrible state,
confessed Anthony. The boys were furious. This man had promised us $10, and now he was making a fool of us.
You promised us $10 a week. Now you want us to play here for a meager $2. No way. We won't play here to entertain you,
said one of them, and they stormed off. Anthony looked at the boys walking off and heaved a sigh of relief. Peace and quiet had come at last to the street, and he did not quarrel with anyone. He stretched out in his comfortable armchair on the lawn to enjoy the peace around. Moral: patience and strategy can achieve what force cannot.